Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Tonight could be the night for something truly special. Skywatchers across the northern United States, get ready. You might just be in for a rare treat, the dance of the Aurora Borealis, reaching much farther south than usual. According to NOAA and other space weather forecasters, the conditions are just right for a geomagnetic storm that could push those glowing curtains of light into states that almost never get to see them. So, what's happening? In simple terms, our sun is getting active. A large coronal hole has opened up on the sun's surface, unleashing a high-speed stream of solar wind right toward Earth. On top of that, a weak coronal mass ejection, or CME, that blasted off a few days ago might also be on its way to join the party. When these charged particles and magnetic fields from the sun hit Earth's magnetosphere, they interact in a spectacular way, producing the aurora. NOAA Space Weather Prediction Center is forecasting a minor geomagnetic storm, but there is a chance it could ramp up to a moderate storm if that solar wind stream and the CME combine their forces effectively. What this means for us down here on the ground is that the auroral oval, that ring-shaped region around the magnetic poles where auroras usually hang out, could expand much further south. That puts places that are normally out of the loop right into the viewing zone. Now, that phrase, "may be visible," is key. There are a lot of variables at play. Weather, city light pollution, and even just having a clear view of the horizon will all affect whether you can actually see the lights. But the forecast map suggests that as many as 14 U.S. states could be within the view line. This includes Alaska, Montana, North Dakota, Minnesota, and Wisconsin, as well as Washington, Idaho, South Dakota, Michigan, Vermont, New Hampshire, Wyoming, Iowa, and even parts of New York. Different sources might give slightly different numbers, but the bottom line is the potential viewing area is unusually large tonight. Normally, you'd have to travel to places like northern Alaska, Canada, or Scandinavia to see the aurora. But when the solar wind gets a boost and Earth's magnetic field gets a good shakeup, that auroral oval stretches southward, giving lower latitude locations a rare chance. This event is also happening as we move into a period of increased solar activity. We're in the rising phase of the sun's 11-year cycle, which means more frequent and more intense auroras are on the way. All these factors combined make tonight a really compelling opportunity for some aurora chasing. If you're in one of those states I mentioned, here are the tips to maximize your chances. The best viewing window is likely after sunset and before midnight, but you'll want to stay alert into the early morning hours. Some reports pinpoint the highest probability between 11 p.m. and 5 a.m. Eastern Time. You'll want to look north, toward the horizon. The aurora might start as just a faint, hazy glow, maybe a subtle flicker, before it builds into something more. Clear, dark skies are absolutely essential. Clouds will completely block the view, and light pollution from cities will wash it out. So find a rural area or a high vantage point if you can. A bright moon can also make it harder to see, so the darker the sky, the better. Patience is your best friend here. The aurora isn't a continuous show. It can appear suddenly, fade away, and then reappear even stronger. Some of the most dramatic moments can be incredibly fleeting, so you have to be ready. If everything aligns, what might you see? It could start as a faint greenish glow rising from the northern horizon. That glow might then evolve into vertical shafts or shimmering curtains of light that ripple and wave. If the storm is stronger, you might even see hints of red, purple, or pink. The movement can be hypnotic, with arcs shifting and cascading across the sky, almost as if the sky itself is alive. For those of us at lower latitudes, the effect might be more subtle, more of a halo or a band of light than those towering curtains you see in photos from the Arctic, but it's still a deeply memorable sight. Let's dive into the science for a moment because it's fascinating. The sun is constantly sending out a stream of charged particles called the solar wind. Sometimes this wind becomes more intense, either from a coronal hole or a CME. When this intensified stream reaches Earth, and if its magnetic field is oriented just right, it can efficiently dump energy into our planet's magnetosphere. This energy sends charged particles spiraling down Earth's magnetic field lines toward the poles. There, they collide with atoms and molecules in our upper atmosphere, mostly oxygen and nitrogen. These collisions excite the atoms, and when they relax back to their normal state, they release that energy as light. Oxygen atoms at lower altitudes give us that classic green glow, while nitrogen can produce reds or purples. The result is that beautiful, shimmering band of colored light we call the aurora. Predicting auroras involves tracking the strength of the geomagnetic disturbance, often using something called the KP index, and modeling how far south that auroral oval will expand. But again, being in the view line isn't a guarantee. Clouds, city lights, trees, and buildings can all get in the way. And sometimes the solar wind just isn't as strong as predicted. But honestly, the fact that the possibility exists is reason enough to get out there and try. Even if you don't see a dramatic show, you might catch a faint glow, or at the very least, you'll have spent some time under the night sky, aware that something extraordinary is happening high above you. What makes tonight's opportunity really stand out is the sheer number of states that might get a view. For many people in these regions, this could be a once-in-a-decade experience. It's a powerful reminder of the cosmic connection between the sun, our planet's magnetic field, and our atmosphere. So, if you're planning to go Aurora hunting, here's a quick checklist. Go to a dark location, away from city lights. Get there early and plan to stay late. Dress warmly, because it can get chilly. If you want to take photos, bring a tripod and use your camera or phone's long exposure or night mode. Look north, but scan the whole sky. And check Aurora Alert apps for the latest KP index updates. And remember, even if you don't see the lights, don't be disappointed. Just stepping away from the screens and reconnecting with the night sky is a magical experience in itself. The term Aurora Borealis was actually coined in the 17th century. It comes from Aurora, the Roman goddess of the dawn, and Boreas, the Greek god of the north wind. Together, it means the northern dawn. And these same forces that paint the sky can, at higher intensities, disrupt our technology-affecting satellites, power grids, and navigation systems. So, as we approach the peak of the solar cycle in the next couple of years, expect more of these displays. Even if tonight isn't your night, there will be more chances ahead. To sum it up, tonight offers a genuine, rare chance for the aurora to be seen across a huge swath of the United States. If you're in one of the affected states and you can get to a dark spot with a clear northern view, you have a real shot at witnessing one of nature's most incredible performances. So step outside, look north, let your eyes adjust, and prepare to be awed. Good luck and happy aurora hunting. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this update, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content like this. See you next time.